Good news, bad news. Bad news is my wife said I can't buy any more barbells for my home gym. The good news is she can't tell any of them apart, so game on. The No Fake channel checking in. Jonathan here, and we need to sneak inside my home, put this barbell into the mix, and dispose of the evidence before anyone is the wiser. This is a mixed-use barbell designed to be your home gym's one-stop shop for bars. It's not meant for the guy that has a bar for every day of the week. It's certainly not meant for the guy that has a bar for every set. And it's definitely not meant for the guy who likes to just collect barbells and hang them on their wall. This Colorado mixed-use bar epitomizes the saying, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one." Let's unwrap this beauty and give you my initial reactions. I wasn't able to make it to Home Gym Con where Rep Fitness was showcasing this, so I have no clue how this actually handles in person. Right off the top, really great packaging. Rep Fitness doing what some other companies are, and they are including these little end caps in order to protect it in shipping. But as a person who stores my barbells vertically, I really like having these. You know I had to go with the black and red. I wish I had my lumberjack hat to match, but it does match my feng shui in my home gym. Now the Cerakote finish, at least at first glance, appears nice and even. There are different levels to Cerakote in terms of quality, and it's nice to see companies delivering top tier quality. I gotta put this thing through its paces. I gotta see under the hood. I gotta drop it a few times, and we gotta get to this review. Colorado bar weighs in at 20 kilograms. For us Americans, 44.1 pounds. It does have a 28.5 millimeter shaft, composite bushings, and a 1,500 pound capacity. It's got IPF, IWF, and WWF marked smooth sleeves to reduce noise when loading your plates, and it is designed and engineered in Colorado and manufactured overseas. Why did I even bother to purchase this Rep Fitness Colorado bar? I don't need another barbell, and truth be told, I use my barbells a lot less than most because I'm an old man who loves his auxiliary bars. The answer is all of you. You have been using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, and those links obviously let me live this lavish poolside lifestyle, but as promised, the proceeds do go back into the video where I can buy other barbells, other pieces of equipment to review for you. Remember, when you use those links, let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. When you first get in the Colorado bar, the Duracoat sleeves are not only smooth, they really look fantastic. And I've had this bar for over a week now, and I have thrown this thing into every exercise that requires a barbell, even my landmine. And frankly, it's held up. But many of you trolls are probably gonna comment below, you haven't had it long enough to know how it's going to hold up over the long duration. And that is fair, but still, put an egg in your shoe and beat it. So what we're going to do today is a little bit of experimenting. We are going to add a plate on and off 200 times. Here we go. 100. I think after this, I'm going to have to definitely buy this plate dinner. 150, almost there. 200, and it'll be interesting to see in 9 months if I have an extra 5-pound plate to my weight collection. Now that test isn't going to simulate 5 or maybe even 10 years of use on your home gym barbell, but it does add a lot of damage to the bar, and I think it goes a long way to show how this Duracoat sleeve is going to hold up over time. As you can see, there's no real scratches. You do see some wear marks because I was really aggressive with taking that plate off and putting it on, but that's to be expected with any sleeve. Overall, I'm very, very happy with how the Duracoat sleeve feels and how it is held up to my use. Since you are most likely going to be paying the extra $10 for that Cerakote upgrade, this Colorado bar is going to run you $329, but it does come with free shipping. Now, it is made overseas, but this isn't some generic Walmart bar. Rep Fitness didn't just call up Alibaba and just said, hey, slap our logo on one of the manufactured bars you already have. They put a lot of time and effort into designing this bar, and it can go head to head with a lot of the bigger competition that's out there. Now, if you're gonna be buying one bar and only one bar for your home gym, a mixed use bar, you wanna make sure it's a good one. And in that case, you're probably gonna have to spend a bit more money than you would normally, whether you're gonna be going with Rep Fitness's Colorado bar or you're gonna be going with the competition. And I know many of you wanna know how this compares to Rogue's Ohio bar, so let's just get into it. Rep versus Rogue, a tale as old as time, the War of the Roses. I've already been asked a number of times on my Instagram account, how does the Colorado bar compare to the Rogue Ohio bar? And we all know the Rogue Ohio bar, very well known, thought of very highly as a great mixed use bar. And it is very apparent that Rep Fitness went head to head with Rogue, trying to create something that could be as good, if not better, than the Rogue Ohio bar. Boom! The Colorado bar knurling looks and feels clean. I was pleasantly surprised the Cerakote finish didn't pacify that knurling, or at least per my expectations. I will say during my heaviest deadlifts, which as we know according to the comments aren't nearly as heavy as yours, I didn't feel like I needed to wrap up or get chalk for my hands. I didn't feel like my hands were going to be slipping whatsoever. I like the fact that there is no knurling in the middle for my front squats and for my overhead work. It's nice not to kind of cut up my throat. Based on my limited experience, this absolutely hits the bullseye when I think of medium knurling. Now I can show you video, I can show you photos. That's not gonna do it really any justice. Let's do some head-to-head comparisons. Compared to the Rep Fitness Saber bar, much more aggressive. Compared to the Moby Dick Power bar that's supposed to be very aggressive, this one does come in under that. Now I have used the Cerakote Rogue Ohio bar before. I know I'm splitting hairs, but I found that the Colorado bar just felt a bit more grippy, a bit nicer in the hand. And I have not, to date, put my hands on the stainless steel version of the Ohio bar, so I can't speak towards that one. I will say as far as spin, I personally thought that the spin on the Colorado bar was better than the Ohio bar, but I'm really splitting hairs at this point. Rep Fitness manufactures the Colorado bar overseas, where Rogue manufactures it in the good old US of A. Now that does lead to a price differential. If you compare apples to apples of the Cerakote finish and you factor in shipping to Massachusetts, you will be paying $35 extra for the Rogue Ohio bar. Another differential has to be the sleeves. Rep Fitness has smooth sleeves, making for a much quieter loading experience when you're putting on plates, whereas Rogue Fitness has ribbed, which gives you like that zip sound every time you load and unload plates. If I could only pick one, which would I pick? And that's a loaded question for me, to be completely honest. I love American-made equipment, and the $35 extra charge to buy American-made barbell versus foreign-made, I think is a great investment. I think it's just a drop in the bucket in the long term, and I think you're gonna feel better about yourself for buying an American-made product. However, I will say that I really hate those ribbed sleeves. So overall, I'm not going to buy a Rogue Ohio bar ever, because those ribbed sleeves annoy the ever-loving bejesus out of me. So I wouldn't buy that bar, but I could see why a lot of people would gravitate towards that bar. As far as this one, I would have to pick this one because the smooth sleeves make for a much quieter experience. And when I'm lifting in my home gym, I want to keep the noise to an absolute minimum.
And it feels different. It feels fantastic.
The Rep Fitness Colorado bar took everything I could throw at it, and I didn't find it lacking. Now, I'm not the world's strongest lifter, and while every second counts, I'm no Rich Froning, but the bar looks great, feels fantastic, and is absolutely in that Goldilocks zone to handle any type of workout you could throw at it. Social media peer pressure makes many home gym owners feel like they need to start collecting barbells. The average home gym owner needs one, and exactly one, barbell, something that can handle any type of training or programming that they want to take on. Now, if that's you, if you fall into that category, then you absolutely should be considering the Rep Fitness Colorado Bar as your one-stop shop for gains. Now, if you have SBD tattooed over your heart and you only take on powerlifting training, or you are big into the Olympic lifts, then this Colorado Bar just isn't for you. You need to go out and get a specific, dedicated bar for your niche.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
If you want to watch another epically overproduced home gym video, then check this one out. You and I are now like Evel Knievel and Safety. We are best friends. As usual, don't save anything for the trip back.